Hello, welcome back to Blender Sushi Live Coding. In this episode, I want to show you how you can create this kind of shapes and pattern using Squircle add-on in Blender. So let's get started. Oh, before I start, maybe we analyze this shape first. So you can see the shapes. If you look at it, it's probably based on square, and with the square, it has some rounded corner. Sometimes you have rounded corner on everything. Sometimes you don't have anything. Sometimes you have only on a certain corner. So I think it should be pretty simple to make, but I will show you how I made it. Let's get started. Oops. All right. So save this as SV Bevel mask. So in Squircle, you probably just need a single node to do this. And if you search for rounded corner, you found this bevel round smooth. So that's probably the one that we need. And you already have a way to generate a plane or a square. So let's take a look very quickly. So that's a simple square, and you probably want to center it. You can have it on any plane. I'll leave it like this. And so it should be pretty simple. We just plug this in, and hopefully we get the result we need. Yeah, by default there's nothing. Try 0.5, nothing. Vertex mode on, and segment. Okay, so this is actually what we need. Indeed, you can play around with this and get a whatever rounded shapes you want, like a Squircle. But for what we need, we just add 0.5 until we get something like a circle. And on top of this, you actually have this vertices mask. So that's actually pretty powerful. It's almost, you probably often overlook this kind of option, but whenever you find a mask, you can actually use a number between either 0 or 1. So if you use something like list input and then provide, in this case we have square, plane, and then if we plug this into the mask, you can kind of control this. Okay, so you can actually already have this kind of shape, but you need to play around with this number 0 or 1. So for that, instead of using list input, we can try using random number generator. Maybe make 4 and just do this and check it out using stethoscope and check out the result. So 0 1 0 1, randomize the seed. Oh, that you get 2, you don't want that. So you want to have just pattern 0 or 1, and sometimes you have, yeah, sometimes you have fully square, or sometimes you have fully rounded. So you have this combination, okay? And now, in order to make the pattern like this, of course, you want to have like variations and all that. So simply by turning this into a monad, you can have that. It's actually super simple. So with the monad, we can play around with the seed. So we can select all this, create monad, and the seed we have an input for the seed, but the output is going to be that bevel thing. Okay, so we can randomize the seed, and we can have any shapes, any random shapes like this. And on top of this, of course, you can create some kind of grid, just plain. Plug this into the vertices and then increase the number, so they are all the same. But you know, if you've been following my YouTube channel, I use Monad sometimes because Monad has these cool features, factorize and split. Once you do that, if you use integer number, plug it into the seed, and the number of the count should be the same as our matrices. Okay, so list length, the number of vertices should be the count. So now, no matter how many of these shapes we created, we can always randomize it. Give it a bit of gap 1.3, 1.3, or 1.2. Okay, now you can have unlimited number of these pretty cool shapes. So you can see 60 different 60 position matrix for the shapes. We have 60 shapes, but you can always join them into a single shape. If you bake them now, you have 60 shapes. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. If I want to continue, let's see, this is the shape. You can have more. I believe this should work with Blender 2.8. Oh, actually, SphereChalk 2.4 Blender 2.8 doesn't have Monad yet, so I probably should bake this. Delete everything. Now you have the shape. I want to show you another quick trick. So this one is bake. So if I jump into Blender 2.8 very quickly, I use the latest one, and then select and reopen that blend file. Okay, these guys are all separated, but let's say if you can keep them joined. I'll join them all together and then save it. I'm gonna use SphereChalk here. Objects in, get selection. Quick little trick. If you use inset can actually behave like extrude. So the output using viewer, bmesh, and yep, something like that. And you can really use inset and distance to play around with this kind of extrusion. And you can actually randomize so list length, the number of face, plug into the random number, and plug this into the distance. Okay, so now you have this very easily. And then on top of this, perhaps you want to randomize, you want to look at each shape, use matcap, randomize, or you only have a single value, a single shapes, but you can always separate loose part. So from here, there we go, random shapes, random Squircle shapes extruded using random height, and everything is procedural. Okay, so I think that's kind of nice. It's almost like a building. They're all similar, but still pretty cool. We still need to bake it because we don't have Monad yet for 2.8, but maybe in the future will be happening. So yeah, there you go. Hopefully you'll find this useful. Let me know what you think, and I guess I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.